right, well, it looks like we're not going to have a beautiful day today for some reason, but we are live. Let me pause. Let me shut off my sound here. There we go. Well, for some reason, a beautiful day when I hit it did not play, and I'm not sure exactly why, so I'm going to have to figure that out. But we're here for something very special today, and I think you guys are going to be, pleasantly surprised by what we have today because, we have a lot of talk going on right now about AI, and AI is a big part of everything that I do each and every day, and I know for many of you that is also the case. And so I want to share with you a couple of ways that we are using or starting to use AI, and some of them are actually really, really cool and a lot of fun. And I'm going to set one thing up here. But while you're in here, of course, I can see Eddie says hello. So be sure to say hello. Let us know. I want to hear throughout this presentation some of the ways that you're using AI for everything that you do, because it's becoming a bigger and bigger deal every single day, and I absolutely love all of the AI stuff that we've been doing, and we're going to be doing a lot more of it as time goes on here as well. So let me start off here, and I apologize because the beautiful day not playing has kind of thrown me off a little bit because I'm not sure why it didn't play there, and there's some other things that I want to share with you guys today, so hopefully I'll be able to play them out so you can hear them. But a couple of things that AI has been really allowing us to do lately is, one is to write a lot of stuff, from emails to descriptions on YouTube videos to social media posts. All of those things are big for AI, and I'm sure many of you use that as well. And Eddie, how are you using AI? I know that, yes, Eddie says he uses Koala a lot. Now, I'll be honest with you, I'm not familiar with what Koala is, but maybe we'll have to find out. I'm assuming it's some sort of a writing tool, and there are so many of them out there. I probably even used it and don't remember because there's so many of them out there now. Biggest one that I use is still the straight up Chat GPT, but I use a program called Mac GPT, which kind of integrates it with your Apple computers. And of course, with Apple Intelligence coming, AI is going to be really integrated into that anyway. So you're going to be able to do a lot of things with AI directly in there. And I'm sure Windows will have the exact same thing going on. I'm just not as familiar with that. But everything in your iPhones, your Android phones, your Mac, I'm assuming your PC as well, you're going to be able to integrate some sort of AI. And I know with the Apple stuff, they've got their own AI built in, but they're also going to have Chat GPT built into a lot of things too. So for instance, when you're using the Apple Mail program, you can automatically change the wording. You can have it help you write the stuff. You can have it help you correct the stuff, things like that. And that's typically what we do with Chat GPT in general. Some of the other things that we've done a lot with these is a lot of the AI voices. And I know many of you have done this and picked up programs. Todd Gross has some of the best programs around when it comes to doing these AI voices and whatnot. We've talked about using CapCut, which has a lot of AI in it. But the one thing that really excites me, and unfortunately it's only on the phone, so I'm going to do my best to share this with you guys. In fact, I'm going to take my big, bulky, ugly cover off my phone here too. That way we can kind of see it a little bit better. The ability to do music on AI. Now, you might be saying to yourself, well, wait a minute, what do you mean music? Well, believe it or not, there's a lot of them now. This is something, let me go back in a little history here. Let me take this back just a little bit. So back about maybe a year and a half ago, I came out with a program called Jingle Ads Hero. And for those of you who've ever seen my TV Ads Hero program, it's kind of an extension of that. And what it is it teaches you how to make jingles for a video that you then put on YouTube or Hulu or wherever you want to put it on there to advertise, or just use it in your regular social media. What was great about it was you could go to Fiverr and you could get somebody to do a jingle for you for really cheap. And they did a great job. You know, we had some really good jingles that we made. Some of my clients we were making jingles for, and it was a great, inexpensive alternative to hiring a band and doing that, which we had done in the past, and it was very expensive. You're talking about spending, $500, $1,000, $1,500 just to do a jingle. Well, you can go to Fiverr, have them write you a quick little jingle, boom, put it in there. And the gist of what we did was we taught how to use the jingle in a way that allowed you to run advertising, and even if somebody skipped the ad, the important thing got stuck in their head in a song. So for instance, when people watch a YouTube video, if there's a commercial running on that video, they can skip after 5 seconds. Unless you can do a non-skippable ad that's 30 seconds, but if you've got an ad on there, they can skip after 5 seconds. Well, what we were doing is we were creating a jingle and making sure that the first 5 seconds of that jingle gave people an action to do. So that if they hit skip, you weren't charged for the commercial, but you got in their head the thing that you wanted. So for instance, a famous one a friend of mine did was for a company called Canton Termite and Pest Control, and it's a Google Canton Termite and Pest Control, and that happened before they could hit skip. Okay. We did one for the insurance agency here, and it was call, and I forget the number, we'll just make it out, call 888-888-8888 to get the best insurance, whatever it was. I don't remember what the jingle was off the top of my head. But you do that before the first 5 seconds, and that way, if they skip the ad, they still got that in their head. They never forget, which apparently I did forget, but you get the idea. The earworm is kind of triggered in there, and you can get that going. Well, nowadays, you've got apps like this one here. This one's AI Music. I actually meant to download one called, I believe it's called Suno. And I actually downloaded this one here called AI Music. Very similar type of thing. And it allows you to create songs. So you can just use the Create Song button there and make a little song. And I've already made a few here. In fact, we'll embarrass ourselves with a few that I've only been doing this for a very short period of time. But the idea behind this is I want to be able to use this to make those jingles, put that stuff in the first 5 seconds, and now you don't even have to go to Fiverr and wait for somebody to give you a song, and then if you don't like the song, have them redo it. You can do it right in here, and it's very, very cost effective. I paid for the year of this one here. It was $50 for the $49 for the year. It is what it is. That's not crazy. If you did it on Fiverr, you're not going to spend $5, by the way. You're going to get that jingle. That jingle is going to cost you $30, and you only get one, and then you got to do it for everybody. It gets very expensive quickly. But this is going to make prices a little bit better, and they do a pretty good job. Like I did this one for one of our escape rooms. I did a country song. So I did one country song. I did a heavy metal song. I did a hard rock song. So we've done a few things here, but I want you to listen to this. So this is one that we just did, and this is a full song. This is not even a jingle. This is actually a full song. And it goes on for a couple of lyrics. What's cool about this particular one is it actually, every time you ask it to do this, it makes two versions, two options. So here's the other one that it made for that. And again, didn't cost any extra for doing this. It just makes two of them automatically.
It's time to bring your A game. Puzzle rooms with crazy themes. Can you make it out the same? Clock is ticking, don't you wait. Find the clues, unlock the gate. Winders wildest way to play. Puzzle phase will make your day. Team
And it actually does 3 verses on this one. So this is a full 3-verse song with a chorus and a bridge. I mean, it's crazy. As Mike said, Taylor Swift made a song for Fuzzleface. So yeah. Now that was just one. And actually, oh, you know what? I didn't. Oh, this is a different one. I made a mistake here. I accidentally cut off the end of my lyrics. I took it, for those of you familiar, years and years ago, I had a jingle made, a song, Ray the Video Guy, that I used in front of my videos, and I use it in the podcast to this day. And we had a rap guy do a rap version of it one time, and a little kid actually sent in a submission one time with singing the song. But I put the song in here, and I had it make a heavy metal version and a rock version. The heavy metal version, I accidentally cut off the end, so I apologize for that. But this will give you kind of an idea. Woo! Now, who doesn't want to do a video after that, right? And again, it did make 2 versions of that. That was the better of the 2, I think. And then we did a rock version, and again, it gave me 2 versions of the rock one. Oh, whoops. And then this is the other rock version here. Oh, wait. Sorry, this is the wrong one. Hold on. Let me go back. My mistake. That is not the rock one. Here we go. That's the same one.
He's Ray the video guy. Yeah, Ray the video guy. His skill is where it's at. Even if he's a little fat. He's filled with video expertise and has so much knowledge that you need. His YouTube ninja tricks will make your marketing so sick. He's Ray the video guy. Yeah, Ray the video guy.
And again, that one goes through. It actually took that one. It repeats the lyrics and makes a whole song out of it. I thought that was pretty good considering it took 5 seconds to do that. And by the way, that's the big thing with all of this stuff when it comes to the AI stuff, whether it's the music or the voiceovers, you save so much time. As some of the voiceovers are terrible, I'll admit that. Some of them nowadays are really, really, really good. In fact, I'm going to show you something in a minute here that's going to absolutely blow your mind. And it's something that Google does that people don't really know much about. But I'm going to share that with you because I was blown away by it. And we'll show you that in a second. But you want to talk about natural sound, wait till you hear that. So this one here, what I was doing with this is I was trying to make a quick little jingle that I can use in videos that we do. So when we review something. So I wanted to have like a little jingle that says, is it worth the cash or is it just trash? That kind of a thing. And just to make like short videos fun. So if I'm doing a short video on a microphone, you can have a jingle that's like, is it worth the cash or is it just trash? Or is it worth the cash or is it trash? Something like that. And I was messing around with this, literally just 5 minutes ago before we started the show, I was messing with it. Didn't really like the results that I got so far. And the sad part is, the only bad part about a program like this is because you're paying for that, you only get a certain number of songs that you can create for that price. And you're going to do a lot of experimenting. So that's the only thing I'm afraid of is I'm going to experiment on this one thing 50 times and, use up all of my, a bunch of my ability to make songs because of that. But so this is one that I started messing with here. So that one, I told it to be 4 seconds, so it cut off in 4 seconds before it even said a word. So I never even got to the point of actually saying any of the words yet. But, so, and then it did the second one. Maybe. No, it doesn't want to play for me. All right, for whatever reason, that one's not playing for me right now. But point is, you can do some pretty cool stuff with that. It is, it can be addictive though, because what's great about this is, in my case where I showed you this, I put in my song, I put in the lyrics and everything, but you don't have to do that. So you can come in to this program directly, and if you go out here, you can see up here, you can use lyrics where you put lyrics in, or you can actually use a prompt. And if you use a prompt, you can put in whatever you want. So for instance, I could say, write a song about my Monday. Oops, no, not Monday. Monday marketing roundtable. Talk about wasting a credit here, right? Live on YouTube. And then we could say something like, YouTube, where we discuss video, social media, email marketing, affiliate marketing, and more. All right, so there's our little prompt there. And I'm going to hit generate. There's a little generate button at the bottom there. It's going to take just a minute, and it's going to write an entire song. Now, what's cool about this is we can choose the style. So what style of song? I leave it up to you guys. Post in the chat there. What? Oh, something went wrong. Uh-oh, internal server error. Oh, man. Well, that's not a good sign. So there, we're learning something new. These things are not perfect. It's the first time I've had trouble with it, of course, because I'm live here. Let's see if we can get it to work. Yeah, look at that. We're getting all sorts of errors. Oh, man. That's not good. Bad gateway. Oh, boy. Well, we're going to have to write about that. Well, we'll move on. Unfortunately, I was going to make a song for you live here, but didn't want to work for us. We'll try it again in a minute and see if it catches on. It was working every other time I've done it. Last night, it worked well enough that after the sample, I was willing to pay the yearly fee for it. So hopefully it's not going to keep being a problem. But we'll let them know that there's an issue with that. So the other thing I wanted to show you, and again, I could show you writing and stuff like that. I'm sure you guys have done that a million times. But there's some other really cool things that you can do with marketing that you may not have seen before. And so I want to show you a couple of those things. One of which is something that, I mean, just, it blows my mind. It really, really does. And let me pull it up here and we'll show you this. It's going to make me log in first. And again, this thing I'm going to show you now does some cool stuff, but it is by Google. It's actually Google. It's kind of hidden, something a lot of people don't know about, but we're going to show it to you here. In fact, a friend of mine showed me this. I'd never seen this anywhere else before yet. So this is called, let's pull it up here, Notebook LM. So notebooklm.google.com is the website. And what it does is it allows you to do a lot of notebook stuff for different subjects. So we can pull one up here. Okay, so what you do is you come in and you can create new. Actually, let's start from scratch here. I'm going to go back here. We're going to start from scratch. So I'm going to create a new notebook. So what you can do is you come in here and you're going to take notes on things, but there's something really cool that this does that you're going to see. So what we can do is we can go to a website. So I'm going to find, let me see here. Let's go to, well, let's say, let's go to Impossible Escape in Loganville. Since we did Fuzzle Phase before, we're going to go to Impossible Escape. And we're going to use this website option here, okay? I'm going to paste in a URL. And what it's going to do is it's going to take notes for you about this particular thing. So you got a summary here, you've got suggested questions and all sorts of stuff. But the thing I really wanted to show you with this, because this is something that you could definitely use for marketing with any of your clients. Okay, so right here, you'll see it says deep dive conversation, 2 hosts, English only. So English only right now, but I'm going to hit generate. And this is going to take a couple of minutes. But what this is going to do, and this amazes me, this made me giggle. It was so cool in the same way that some of these songs did when we were creating the songs. And yes, you know what? I'm going back while we're waiting for that to finish. I've gone back to my thing here, and it doesn't seem to want to create our song for us. So I'm going to go out and try to come back in and see if that helps. Oh, I lost my prompt now. All right, so we'll give that a second here. And guys, if you have any questions, throw them in there. I'm going to put in our prompt here again. So write a song. Hopefully it'll work this time. Write a song. Oh, no, still getting errors. Wow. About our Monday marketing roundtable. And I'll keep it simpler this time so I don't have to type as much. Where we discuss marketing for local businesses, something like that. Hopefully it'll work this time. And our conversation will be done in a minute here too. We'll see if we can get this to work this time. If it does, we'll come back to our song here, but I have a feeling something wacky's going on here. And yeah, it just doesn't seem to be working right now. I don't know what's going on. Man, oh man. All right, well, there you go. So as I said, it is cool when it works. Now, hopefully here in a second, we're going to get this audio preview, but I want to share this with you because when you see what this does, it's pretty amazing. And if you can add video to this, it's going to be even better. What this is going to create is it's actually going to create like a podcast with 2 people talking back and forth about whatever subject you put in here. Now, you can put in a website, you could put in a document, you could put in you could just type in information, whatever you want, and it will create a conversation between 2 people about this particular thing. And heck, if you want to, you could then, when this works, the lyrics work, you can create a song and put that in there too. So here we go. So I want you to listen to this. I'm going to point this to the microphone so you guys can hear it because I know it doesn't come through on the thing. So here we go. Listen to this.
Hey everyone, ready for a deep dive into something fun? Today, we're checking out Impossible Escape Loganville.
An escape room spot, right?
Exactly. It's in Georgia, and we're diving deep into their website, looking for those details that make them stand out. You know, the stuff that makes you go, I gotta see this.
I'm all about those little things. You can learn a lot from a business's website, especially with something like escape rooms. It's all about the experience.
Right. So what kind of vibe are they giving off? What are they trying to say? Let's find out. First up, they've got this Halloween costume contest running.
Oh, smart move. Halloween's right around the corner.
Yeah, it's limited time from September 24th to Halloween, and the winner gets 2 free passes and something special.
Ooh, that's intriguing. Got a little mystery. Makes you wonder what it could be.
Definitely. Okay, so now let's look at the escape rooms themselves. First one is Whispers of the Old Manor, set in the late 1800s, and it revolves around this guy, Simon Thornwood. He's described as eccentric, which already makes me think there's a good story here.
Classic mystery setup. But
Yep.
always draw people in.
Yeah.
And yeah, eccentric definitely hints at some secrets in his past.
Yeah, like what exactly makes him so eccentric? Makes me want to find out. Okay, next up is The Curse of Camp Crystal Lake. And
All right. So tell me if I'm crazy, or is that the most insane thing that you've seen? This is one of the craziest things I've seen in ages. The fact that it's creating this conversation. And for once, you want to talk about voices that sound real? That sounds like two real people talking. I mean, it blows my mind, the fact that this is something you can do now. And this is the beginning. I don't even, I'll be completely honest with you, this whole Notebook LM thing, I don't even understand necessarily what the purpose of this whole thing really is. I mean, it's to take notes on stuff and whatever, but why they put this audio thing in here with the conversation, I don't know, but it is amazing. What did you think? I want to hear what you guys think of that. Do you think that's something you could use? You know, and by the way, you can do all sorts of crazy things with this. You know, imagine doing like a Q&A type thing with this at some point in time. You know, a friend of mine back years ago, he had a small company that he started. It was called 10Cast. And what he would do is he would do podcasts for local businesses where he would just do FAQ. So it wasn't really a podcast. It was conversations with them on FAQs. So he would ask them a question, they would answer it. Ask them a question, answer it. And have all these individual audio files on the website for people to listen to. And it was, now you can do it with this. You know, you could do this. I mean, it's crazy how easy it is to make something like that. But I want to hear it. What do you guys think? Tell me what you think of this. Do you think this is something that you could actually use? And by the way, this one here was 5 minutes long. The one we did the other day was like 12 minutes because they had enough information to talk about things for 12 minutes. And you can put almost anything in there. So the fact that you can make like a mini podcast, I mean, it's amazing. Absolutely incredible. And something you can use right now. Again, it's at notebooklm.google.com. And you can go in there and you can start doing this right away. But just to me, not only is that really cool in and of itself, but it kind of shows where things are going and where things are going to be coming up in the future. I absolutely love this. So, all right, let me cut back out here again for a second because we're going to try and do one other thing here. So we're going to try our little song thing here again. I don't know why we're having all these issues now. We didn't have any issues before. So now we got the lyrics at least. It made lyrics for it. So let's see if we can make the song now. So bizarre when things don't work the way. Yeah, see, I'm hitting. I'm hitting create song and it's just not doing anything anymore. So something's going on here. And I'm not sure why. So I apologize, guys. I was so excited to show you this, and I showed you some of it. So hopefully what you saw with that was pretty good, but I was hoping that we would do a little more with that because, there's so much potential there. Now, the other thing I want to quickly show you here is this is a program by Todd Gross, Synthesis Studios. You guys have probably seen this before to an extent. Let me cut back over to this one now. And so this program here, let me change my, so you can see more of the screen here. There we go. So this program allows you to do a lot of different things in here. You can do virtual actors and voices. You've got, if we go into the history here, you can see some of the things that we've done. You can take pictures and turn them into talking pictures, which is pretty neat. Let's see, how do I get to this so I can show it to you? We'll just download it. So this is a thing I did with Santa Claus. And this was done with Todd's software here. So I got a picture of Santa Claus that I just pulled off the internet and just a still photo and added in the lyrics or the words. Okay, so I wanted to make a quick video about the new program Faceform that Todd Gross is putting out. It's part of his Synthesis Studio. Okay. So again, I mean, this is the type of thing. All right. This is the most scattered, off the wall conversation we've had in any of the weeks that we've done this. But to go back into history a little bit, I used to have a program. It was called, oh gosh, I can't even think of the name of it right now. But what it did was it allowed you to take a still photo like that and make it speak. But in order to do that, you had to bring in the photo. You had to trace where the mouth was and the eyes. And it did amazing things. It was called Crazy Talk was the name of it. And it did amazing things. But you had to put in a lot of work. This, all I did was bring in a picture and put in the text or record the audio and hit a button and it was done. We did this with a few different characters so you can kind of see where this is going here. So this one is Elvis.
Okay, so I wanted to make a quick video about the new program Faceform that Todd Gross is putting out.
Now, what's incredible about this too, by the way, is the original image does not have a tongue and it doesn't have teeth. But not only did it make the mouth talk, but it's got teeth and a mouth, a tongue, and it looks like it's part. It doesn't look like it was added there. Like it looks like it belongs to that image. That's what really blew my mind. And of course, we had to do one with the Donald because, you know, you got to do everything with the Donald, right? All right, here we go. So let's take a look at this one.
Okay, so I wanted to make a quick video about the new program Faceform that Todd Gross is putting out. It's part of his synthesis studio, if you haven't.
So, again, just wanted to kind of do a couple of these because this is the type of stuff that is going to take AI and make it a lot of fun to do some really cool stuff with that you can use for marketing. You know, there's one with an aged Hulk Hogan.
Okay, so I wanted to make a quick video about the new program Faceform that Todd Gross is putting out. It's part of his synthesis studio, if you haven't.
All right. So, I mean, what do you think, guys? I mean, is this cool stuff or what? I mean, yeah, we all use AI to write scripts and to write emails and to write descriptions of things and articles, but this is the type of stuff that really, really makes a big difference. You can see I've done some other things in the past here. Obviously, image generation and whatnot is a very popular thing, which I've used in the escape rooms a ton. Like that's something that I've used a lot. Let's see. I don't even remember what this one is here. So this one created a still image of an old house and put all the clouds in behind it and everything. So we did a few of those. Some of these I don't even remember what they were. Did a lot of things. I used all of this AI stuff I used a lot for the escape rooms. I created a lot of pictures that we otherwise could not create. And let's see here. See, the thing with Todd's program here is it does a lot of stuff. Like it does a lot of different things. Let's see here. I've got the screen so small, everything's in the way of everything else. Hold on, let me move this here so we can actually get to our button there. Maybe. All right, Todd, we need to fix that. I can't get to the button. The little chat thing's in the way. There we go. So you can see we've done audio in here as well. Let's see what this is here. As you can see, I labeled things very well when I do these things. Let me see what that was there.
Don't be a fool. Let me out of here.
Ah, yes. So this was escape room stuff too. So I needed to make ghostly voices that I could use. So I actually came into Todd's program. I created a whole bunch of these ghostly voices and used those inside the escape room. I did that for when we had our alien thing too. I made a kind of robotic sounding voice and put that into the escape room, so it would say like 10 minutes remaining, things like that. And that was back when the voices weren't that good, but it was perfect for doing stuff like that. So we've used these kinds of things for a lot of different types of projects. And like I said, with Todd's programs here, Todd is very, very creative with all of this stuff because he's got a lot of different programs within his programs, if that makes any sense. So you're not just creating. Sorry, turn that down here. I had that nice and loud for you guys. Now that somebody's beeping in, you can do so many different things with his stuff. Face swaps, so you can actually take a video, grab a still image, and have it swap the faces on the actual person. You can create the humans, and the humans are starting to sound pretty good.
It's without a doubt the most important revolution in the future of human communication and perception.
See that? So these voices are getting really good. So if you want to be able to add voices to things, you can do that. If you want to be able to add music, you can obviously do that when it works. You can do the conversations and, of course, all the other things that you do there. The last thing I want to talk about is something that is also near and dear to me and is good for AI, and that is, of course, our stock media. Now, one of the big places that I get most of my stock media from is Envato, who's been around forever. If you don't know Envato, they're the ones behind PhotoDune and Video Hive and Audio Jungle and all that. Well, they've created what's called AI Labs, so you can actually start doing AI stuff inside of here as well. So in addition to getting all of your sound effects and your music and whatnot, you can use AI to find the right stuff, where it'll actually use an artificial intelligence to make sure you get the right items, and it will actually create. So you can see here they got the AI search, they got generate images, generate icons in Figma, generate icons in Canva, search in Premiere Pro. So all of these things are in here. So they've got the built-in image generator as well. So we can come in here and we could say, I don't know, lion, say half tiger, half robot. I don't know. And there's many programs, obviously, to do this, but to be able to have figures I'm not logged in, which is kind of funny because I'm always logged. No, this is not how we even log into this. Let's go back out. Hold on. No, I am logged in there, so why is it giving me trouble? Well, I think it's only giving me trouble because I'm trying to do this live for everybody here. Let's see. Oh, wait. Nope. Go back. Already have an account. There we go. That's what I was looking for. All right. And it doesn't automatically remember me. There we go. All right. So let's try that again. So we could say half lion, half robot. I have no idea what this is going to do. It might tell me to go away for all I know. But again, the idea is you can create these and I didn't even spell half right. Dagnabbit. Just here to cause trouble, I think. Hopefully, the AI probably knows what I meant, though. I don't see the robot pot. Oh, there we go. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Now, this doesn't look half robot, but... And this one kind of does down here, doesn't it? I mean, that's pretty amazing stuff. So again, you need to create something. You can do that. And when I was doing a lot with the escape room for some of the things, there's a lot of stuff you can't. Where do you go to get certain things that you wanted? So for instance, like I wanted evil Santa elves with fangs. And I didn't do it in this program. I did it in a different one, but let's see what this one will do here. So when you create something like this, think about this. Where else are you going to find this kind of imagery if you need it. Now, we needed it for an escape room. It's Halloween time. See, now look at that. You know, where else are you going to find this? Evil-looking elves. You're not going to be able to find that anywhere. So this opens up the opportunity for you to be able to do all sorts of cool things. For instance, I made some puzzles using the AI image generator. Like I said, I needed one image with 2 evil-looking elves, and I needed another one with 3, and I needed another one with 1, and I needed another one with 4 of them. And in the one of them, I had them pointing to the right. Another one I had them pointing down and then up. And what that did was the one with 1 elf pointed up, so the first direction was up. The second one had 2 elves they were pointing to the left, so it was up, left, and you got directions that way. So you can make puzzles out of this. I needed to make evil-looking clowns, and I was able to do that with AI-generated software. So this is the type of thing that it not only opens up your creativity, but it allows you to just do things that you may not have been able to do at all in the past. When you need something custom and unique, you can do that. One of the things I wanted to do was like, let's say like portrait of a rich old man in a mansion. Come on. Pointing left. Okay. Now, I will tell you, AI is still not perfect. A lot of times when you do these types of things, they'll point left, but the guy will have 7 fingers and, things like that. But it's getting much, much better. Oh, look. See, this is so much better than it used to be. And now the reason I wanted to do something like this here was I wanted to be able to put this into a room and have the portrait pointing and just have it as a painting on the wall, but literally pointing there on purpose. So this is the type of stuff that you can do once you have AI at your disposal. And there are so many different ways to get AI. Like I said, Envato's got it built in. Photoshop has it built in. If you haven't seen that yet, I've got Photoshop open here. Let me bring Photoshop in for a second here because I want to show you this too, in case you haven't used this before. So here's Photoshop. So you can do all sorts of things in Photoshop using AI now that you couldn't do before. Let me move this in here. There we go. So for instance, in this case here, get my tools. So we could do something like highlight this area here, and we could say generative fill. We could say add a cow skull. Okay, we'll see what it does, but it's getting serious when quote unquote real programs like this start adding these features into their stuff that they already do. That's when things are getting serious. So there we go. So now I got a cow skull in there. Why? I have no idea. But you can do this kind of generative AI inside of Photoshop now. And that allows you to do all sorts of things too. Like you can remove things. You can remove backgrounds, which, by the way, used to be a big pain in the neck. So, for instance, let me go find an image here for a second. Let's see. Just find an image of somebody here. And bring it in there so I can show you this. Because again, like I said, when Photoshop starts doing this kind of stuff, things are getting serious. Actually, let's find an actual person here. All right, so here we go. So let's bring it up to the front here. So got a picture of old Mike Tyson here. And let's say we want to get him out of that background, right? All we have to do is literally click this button right here, remove background. The AI, there you go. Now, in this case here, did it do it perfect? Actually, it did do it perfect. I was going to say it messed up here. It didn't mess up there. That's actually the actual background. But you can see it did a really, really good job of pulling him out of that background. In the old days, you would have to sit here and with a tool go do all the way around whatever the subject was to pull it out of the background. And now with AI, it's that quick. So this is the direction AI is going in so many different ways, from content creation to video creation. We showed, I won't get into the video creation stuff too much here. We did do some of that when we talked about CapCut. We talked about some of the video creation stuff. Check that out because there's a lot of things you can do there, and it's getting better and better all the time. But creating the music, creating the imagery, creating those conversations, and then of course doing all the other work that we were already doing with it, such as doing the creating documents and writing descriptions and articles and emails and stuff like that. AI is a huge benefit, and I just wanted to share that with you guys today and kind of get let you see some of the things that we're looking at, because there are so many new things all the time. This music thing, again, back when I was doing my jingle ads training program, that was one of the things that I really wanted to do. Is I wanted to be able to use AI to generate music, and at the time it wasn't there. It just wasn't there. And now we got multiple things. Now granted, we had trouble, it didn't want to work, but certainly we can definitely do that. And you heard some of the music that we did, and it's actually pretty good. So of course, if I can't get this one to work, I want my $50 back. If they can't get that one to work, I'll get a different one, because there's so many to choose from. But I figured that it worked until I paid the money, and then now it's not working anymore. So, but anyway, that's what I wanted to share with you guys today. I would love to hear what you think about AI. So comment down below. If you're watching this later, comment on it or reach out to me and let me know what you use, because there's a lot of great software out there that can help you to do a lot of this AI stuff. So anyway, just wanted to share that with you, and I'm going to see if we can get our song to play. I don't know why it didn't want to play before. Yeah, it's not a beautiful day today for some reason. I'm not sure why. I don't know what I've done wrong. Doesn't want to play our song. But it is a beautiful day, and I hope you guys have a great week. We'll see you next time.